Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Wildcats offense takes the field. And there he is, a man who makes an entire stadium hold its breath every time he touches the ball, Jesse.
This defense better have a lot of breath in this game, too, because he gets better as the game goes on. He's the kind of guy, David, who can wear a defense down.
And he is the primary focus. That's what this defense is focused and keyed in on. We've got to stop him if we're going to have success today.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun to give to the back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Harris will throw. Going over the top. And it's caught inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Slips through the line. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Wildcats. Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. The kickoff team is out there, and after giving up a punt return for the score, this offense needs to do some work.
South Carolina, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. He might be afraid to kick it to him here after the first punt was taken back to the house. He gets a block. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And that's just kind of frustrating for an offense. You move the ball all the way down the field. You got an opportunity on 3rd down, and you can't protect your quarterback. You get the sack, and now it's probably field goal time if you make a field goal.
Got it past the marker. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They make the stop at... to the 31. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They go to the draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Now on the return. Makes a move. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He'll start this drive firing. And And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Harris back to pass. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
They're trying to get to him. Floating away. Going to try to get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Here comes the offense on second down. Now on the option. Now the toss. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Hendricks. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. He'll work his way down to the 28.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. He's got his man. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range, 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Ready to try the point after. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep it.
And they got him for the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Trying to find his man on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going to do that. Nice job.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35, South Carolina, 7.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. On second down, wants to throw. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. To the air on first down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to pass on second down. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. This is a 3rd and long. The lone back's got it. Powers through. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Harris will throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. At the 45 on his way. Nothing but green ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Kentucky trying to get a little scratch in the red zone. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play calls and everyone on the same page here. They'll throw on 3rd and short. That should be the final play of the first half. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. The snap sets up the throw. Coming after it. Trying to get it away, and he cannot. The sack, and time has run out in the first half. They passed on a field goal attempt, and they'll get Sippo. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though.
He's running free down the middle. The 30, the 20, past the 10. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And the returner is stopped. First down here for the offense. Back to the ground game on the left. At the 35, he's open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. He has 89 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They'll try the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
What if I had told you this quarterback would be sacked at least 5 times in this game and yet still somehow would be? It's not normally how it works. You got to give the offense credit because even though they've suffered some serious negative plays, they've still been able to make some good things happen.
Got his man quickly. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Kentucky right back to the line. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes a grab enough for the first. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's going to run it. That's a live ball. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. Harris back to pass. They're bringing heat. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Motion from the offense. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got his man. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. They'll leave it with the lone back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on them and make them feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He's got great speed. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. To let that one get away from them, they look like they are pumped up and ready to go here now.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you've got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Zings it complete to the right. And he'll be smacked to the ground. Kentucky now operating in the red zone. Harris will throw. Buying some time as he moves left. Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
All right, defensive ends, you've got to do a better job not getting too far up the field on these pass rush situations. You've got to be able to retrace. You can get to the level of the quarterback, then you've got to slow yourself down under control. It's making it way too easy on this QB to know, hey, when these guys get upfield too much and there's a lane, I'm taking off. It's just too easy for me with my speed.
Touchdown, Wildcats! And the punishment has been extended. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
South Carolina, 14.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Stands in and takes the hit. Picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. First down for this offense. They go to the ground. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Give him 114 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And now on second down for this offense.
Second down.
Harris back to pass. Getting some heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's running in the open. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers.
Touchdown, Wildcats! And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point was good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Kentucky 49, South Carolina 14.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hendricks. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Tom, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
And wings it incomplete.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down in the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
Pressure coming. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Offense getting set for first down. They'll try it over the left side. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. They'll keep it on the ground. The pirouette on the line. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Ready to fire from the pistol. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll run play action. Trying to get to him. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
I know he didn't pick up the first down, but man, he makes this fourth down way more manageable. It's it's tough when you got 4th in Africa. Did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Got enough space. Touchdown, Kentucky! And the route is on. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Going up top on 1st down. Makes a connection. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. He tries to take the top off. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's got him this time. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires the pass, intercepted. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the... Settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do.
Trying to get behind the defense. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. The sweet feet buy a little time. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And the offense comes up short on 3rd down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on 4th down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, shown a variety of all kinds of things. Now it's just about how they want to finish.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Finds his man enough for the 1st. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going up top. He caught it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Hendricks. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film.
Oh, look out. There he goes. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Throws for the tight end. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Kentucky.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Harris will throw. Trying to beat the D deep. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type